Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Shameful. Shameful behavior. We all deserve better.
A heated back and forth tonight at Hamtramck City Hall amid serious allegations of misconduct by key city leaders. Residents left outraged about all the dysfunction within the city council.
None of you are fit for office and public service. Your childish temper tantrums make us look like we're being run by a bunch of toddlers.
After public comment, the city's mayor and manager then getting into an argument over who should be conducting an investigation.
Mayor, I will tell you unequivocally as a fact, and I have absolute witnesses to that, the chief was aware of that. I know what he mentioned, and it's a blatant lie, and I can prove that.
Who will decide that?
And tonight, we're hearing directly from two of the key players at the center of all this controversy in Hamtramck. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Ty Steele. Mayor Amir Ghalib and the city manager Max Garbarino are at odds. That's because Garbarino placed the city's police chief on leave pending an investigation into suspected misconduct. But the mayor says he and the council weren't told about the move until they saw it on the news. Jacqueline Francis was at tonight's meeting, which of course got heated. Jacqueline, we understand the FBI is now involved in this?
Ty, the FBI was here in Hamtramck this morning conducting, quote, law enforcement activities. This just hours before a special city council meeting was called to order, and it got heated. Take a look.
We made the peace in the PD with you, so I let that go.
And then the next day I heard from the news you suspended him.
Mayor,
you didn't let me know. At least you, as a respect, I spent so much time with you both.
Mayor,
the mayor versus city manager. This is the heated back and forth happening among Hamtramck leadership. It comes after the city manager suspended the police chief in connection to anonymous allegations brought to light from inside the department, accusing the chief of misconduct. The city manager stands by his decision to suspend the chief.
If the people are innocent, they'll come back. Simple as that. If they're not, they'll get terminated.
But the mayor says an investigation should come first, telling us the FBI was in town Friday in connection to these allegations.
My name was mentioned in those allegations in one section that I'm sure 100% that it's a lie.
The mayor was recently nominated by President Donald Trump as the U.S. ambassador to Kuwait.
I'm leaving to Kuwait soon, if confirmed. I could just say, okay, let them deal with this, but I want to ensure that fair and transparent investigation is done.
The mayor says everyone should be involved in picking a private company to investigate this matter, not trusting the city manager to make the decision himself. After the meeting, I asked the city manager if he still thinks his job is in jeopardy.
I think it was pretty unequivocal decision by council that they were going to do the right thing and move forward and not terminate me, and instead let the investigation take its course.
The packed meeting drew a crowd, overflowing into the hallway. Residents we talked to on the way out fed up with the mess.
I wanted to stay, but at the moment, my family and I are actively pursuing housing outside of Hamtramck.
Everybody working together will make this place a better place than just talking about it, fighting with each other, have a dogfight.
So much going on and still a lot to figure out. We expect these conversations to continue Tuesday during the regularly scheduled city council meeting. Reporting live tonight in Hamtramck, I'm Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Yeah, what a mess in Hamtramck, and Jacqueline, you've done a great job giving us the play-by-play as this all unfolds. Thank you. Let's check out your Memorial Day weekend forecast. We're taking a live look here at some of Metro Detroit's biggest waterways, like the Detroit River, that's the St. Clair River, and that's Belleville Lake. Many will be spending the holiday on the water despite some of the cooler temperatures that we've been having. Ron Hilliard is watching the forecast for us tonight. And Ron, it looks like at least we're in for a little bit of a warm-up, right?
A little warm up and some relief from the rain finally, Ty. Now, some of the locations that are near the water, particularly the Great Lakes, so that's where we've been seeing some of those rain showers today, especially for those who are near Lake Huron. We have been getting the rain showers all day long. Right now, it is cloudy in Detroit, viewed from Windsor. Look at Hart Plaza right there. It is going to be exciting and jumping with the Movement Festival. People are going to be coming from all across the world to attend. Now, in Detroit, it is 53, Ann Arbor, 51, Port Huron, 48 degrees. Adrian, We're at 53 right now. It has been cool and unusually cool. We're seeing a few rain showers still popping up here on this Hamtramck 4D radar. These have been pretty much moving over the same locations all evening long. We have the rain falling right now in Croswell, Sandusky getting that rain. The north side of Port Huron, we're getting that as well. So we picked up the rain primarily in the Thumb. A couple other spots have gotten a little bit of rain, a couple of drops here and there across Metro Detroit. Now, if you're already thinking about grilling tomorrow, it is going to be cool, but most of us will be dry. Temps also getting into the lower 60s. Then we make even further improvement as we get through the weekend. So we have those rain chances winding down, staying cool, but then next week, we're talking about some 70s. I'm going to have the full forecast for you, what you can expect for Memorial Day coming up. Ty?
Stay tuned for that, Ron. Thank you. Right now, new details tonight about a drive-by shooting that sent Detroit rapper Skila Baby to the hospital. Police say someone fired more than 20 rounds at his car in Redford Township. This was last night. We brought that to you as breaking news. Moments later, the wounded rapper crashed his SUV into a building along 8 Mile near Beach Daily. Skila Baby is expected to be okay, but he did suffer injuries to his head and his hand. No word yet on a suspect or the reason he may have been targeted in that shooting in the first place. Clawson police need your help tonight. Take a look. They're trying to find this guy, 21-year-old Tylash Clark Spencer. He's connected to a deadly shooting that happened yesterday in Clawson. The shooting took place at a home near 14 Mile Road and Renshaw Avenue. When officers got here, they found a man who had been shot. He was rushed to the hospital, but later died. 2 other suspects are already in custody tonight, but police have not been able to locate Spencer. He is still on the loose. If you have any information, call the Clawson Police Department. 4 people are charged in a massive Metro Detroit mail theft scheme. Police say 2 postal workers stole checks while others sold them online using the app Telegram. Police think up to $63 million. $63 million was stolen over the course of several years during this scheme. All 4 suspects face federal charges, and if convicted, they could face up to 30 years in prison. A police chase ends tonight after the suspects crashed into a school bus on Detroit's west side. Happened just before 4 today on Fullerton and Myers. Police were investigating at Meditol Street when they found the suspects leaving their house. The suspects got into a vehicle and crashed head-on with one of the police scout cars before taking off from the scene. The chase ended when they hit that school bus. Police say they found several items in the suspect's car.
The suspects were apprehended. And we also were able to confiscate a handgun, a large amount of cash, and narcotics.
3 teens were on the bus at the time of the crash. Thankfully, they were not hurt. Millions of low-income Americans could be losing their food stamp benefits. A Congressional Budget Office report says the changes are a part of a tax and spending cut package passed by House Republicans. While the legislation promises trillions of dollars in tax cuts, it also slashes federal support for the food stamp program and Medicaid. Currently, about 42 million Americans receive assistance through those programs. Republicans say the changes will restore integrity to the program. Neighbors in Highland Park are one step closer to getting something they haven't had in years: street lighting. New street lights are finally coming, and the people who live here are hoping it will make the streets a little bit safer. Highland Park Mayor Glenda McDonald says grant funding allowed the city to install 50 solar street lights. Right now, neighbors are being urged to follow the parking recommendations when that street lighting installation begins. And if you want to hear more about other changes coming to Highland Park, Damon Fernandez spoke one-on-one with Mayor McDonald last month. Just scan the QR code on your screen or search for this story on clickondetroit.com. Well, it's been more than 3 years since the Oxford High School shooting, and now the community is focusing on a garden built to honor the victims at Seymour Lake Park. Hannah St. Juliana should have graduated last week, but her family is now preparing for the grand opening of Hanas Garden. The garden features a fountain with 4 bowls and a tree with 4 pieces to the trunk. This represents Hannah, Tate Meyer, Justin Schilling, and Madison Baldwin, who all died in that 2021 shooting.
For me, what's important, people remember Hannah, remember why this garden is here, and then hopefully it brings them some healing.
And this labor of love involved more than 20 local contractors and will open on June 1st. A summer staple is going to be closed a little longer than expected. The giant slide on Belle Isle will not be opening this weekend as planned. The DNR says it's just putting the finishing touches on the slide right now. Most of the work is complete, but a few manufacturing delays have slowed down the final steps they need to take to reopen finally. Once they get a new curtain and a canopy installed, the slide will have one last inspection before it is ready for riders. No official reopening date has been set just yet, but we'll keep you posted as soon as we learn more.